So I'm sitting here trying to make this video here, and like a lot of YouTubers, you get up in the camera. Whoa! I'm looking around here. When I get on a YouTube, what I'm looking for is something new, actual information that I can digest and use. And unless you really seek it out, the how-to videos have disappeared. You've got this algorithm. So very much I pay attention to the things that are going on, the situation in our government, the situation in our nation. I look at it from the common man's perspective. I live a common life. I have to work just like everybody else and have to survive. And I don't even go any further than that. Let's kind of parse this a little bit. So I'm watching my country slide down a razor blade into the alcohol river, and I've said this before. We have this this channel here, and this is a channel where I go when I really have something to say. So what I want to say today is important, I think, and the difficulty is I feel trapped as an American, because I understand some things that I wish it was easy for everyone else to understand, but let me explain this. So I am not a supporter of what I see going on in our country right now. I don't assign blame. I don't have any reason or time for such behavior. Scapegoating is a disgusting human tendency. Most people do it. They don't even recognize they do it. It's because it's a subconscious thing. The only way to get a grip on that is to be aware of it. You have to be aware of yourself, what you're doing in the situation, in such a way that you can control your impulses. Well, here we have a serious problem, and the problem is we're seeing things happen now in our country that could never happen in the United States of America. It's not even constitutional. All right. Now, when I say constitutional, I'm coming from the angle as I've actually read the full document, and it's a long one, ladies and gentlemen, and understand through my upbringing and school and history our Constitution. And the things we're seeing today, they defy any form of logic as for, to kind of take it from most people, how are they getting away with this? How is this stuff happening? You have people say they can't do that, but what you see is they can't do that, but yet they have done that. And now you have this creep who he's going to start with the brown people, and eventually he's going to get to the people he doesn't like, and maybe people who have their own criminal records and problems in the United States of America. These are American citizens, and not every criminal is evil, violent, deadly killer, unfortunately. For those who want it to be that way, that's not the case. And anybody who's been in a little trouble, which is pretty much most of America, has had their run-ins. You'll understand that, especially from a street level. It requires a little humility here. But the answer to the question that people keep asking, well, how is this happening? This is not possible. They can't do that. Why? Okay, let me explain this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have overlooked a simple point. So in this country, all of us are taught from the get-go that there is no one above our laws, all right? And we're finding out that's not true. And here's why. Ladies and gentlemen, if you Google it, if you just look it up, if you educate yourself a little bit, it's not hidden information what I'm about to tell you. It's easily accessible information, and most likely it's easily accessible because our leaders, our politicians, our senators, our congressmen, both Republican and Democrat, think that you and me, the average guy or woman in America, is too stupid to look it up. So I'm going to give you a vector. Here's your vector. In aviation, a vector is a direction, leads somewhere. We have a situation where not only is our president above our law because he has absolute immunity in that function, We have the very judges that have ruled that he has absolute immunity. They have judicial immunity. They're above our laws. And the function of being a judge, they don't have to care about our Constitution or our rights. We have congressmen and senators, both Democrats and Republicans know this, covered by congressional immunity. I'll go look that one up. What is congressional immunity? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a form of absolute immunity. It means that if they see it fit to vote their minds, they don't have to care about the Constitution. We have police officers on our streets right now that are about to be given absolute immunity, but they have selective immunity. Yeah, anybody's ever been harassed by a cop or pulled over at a traffic stop or had a bad day dealing with one of these fucking peckers knows that that's not a good idea. We have doctors, literally doctors. Anthony Fauci is covered under absolute immunity. We have drug companies like Pfizer that have somehow secured themselves absolute immunity. Now, you're all kind of probably scratching your, what the hell are you getting at, mister? Immunity is immunity. And if you have immunity, you don't have to care about other people's rights or even the laws. You can just make up your policy as you go, so to speak. Especially if it's in the function of your job or duty. You can literally get up and swear to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America and cross your fingers because you can do exactly what this guy's doing. And it's going to get worse. So when we have people that are uninformed, that aren't educated, that don't seem to get it, running around that don't know what I just shared with you, which I'm hoping this gets a few people. Don't like, share, or subscribe. Go look this stuff up and then pass it on to your friends. There's the way to get it done. Because ladies and gentlemen, if the American people, you and me and everybody, were ever to come to one consensus, it would be we don't want people running this country and making laws over us or taxing us or doing the things they're doing that are above the laws that are being enforced upon us. And so now we have a conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Now you have a clear direction. Okay? I kind of look at it this way. There was once in history a thing called the French Revolution, right? And everyone got guillotined. Well, right now, that may be the only thing that we have left as a people. But before we can get there, January 6th was stupid. Right? You want to go there, right? Before we can get there, we have to have a reason to go there. And there can be no clearer reason than when you find out that your leaders, your elected officials, your judges, your prosecutors, and even your fucking pigs on the street have given themselves a form of immunity. That should make you mad. And that should clearly define who the enemy is. And the first thing you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is communicate. Take this information, share it with your friends. Go look it up. Look it up in your church. Look it up in your houses. Look it up on your fucking street corners. Look it up at the 7-Eleven. Look it up at the Albertsons, at the Krogers. Share this information person to person from sea to shining sea. You got a direction. As soon as you have a direction, you'll see these politicians and these people who have done this get scared. They're already scared. They don't want you and I to know this. They didn't hide it from us. But they don't want you and I talking about this. Now, instead of us being afraid, they should fear us. The other way around, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, right now, getting old, I'm kind of hoping that we get through this. We still have a country when this is over with. That we realize that it's not any one person's fault here. We've been lied to. We've been misled. We've been used and abused. And now it's time to fix the problem. Well, I spent about 10 minutes here. A little longer than most people care to go. I myself get tired when people drone on and on. Think about what I'm saying. This immunity thing, we need to get this up and out there. We need to get beyond the controls of our media. And the way we can do that is we can watch a little old video like this. You can take it wherever you want. You can be the hero you want to be. I'm going to sign out now. I care about this country. It's my home. It's all I got. I'll be damned if they send me to El Salvador either.